Good morning, folks. We'll be starting in just 1 second. Okay, let's get this party started. Good morning, everybody. Good morning and happy spooky Friday. It's Friday the 13th today. Let me make sure. Say hello to everybody, and then we'll start off. Hey, Devin, Afa Diaz, Ivano, Graham, Pete, Jack, Low IQ Johnny, Javad, Lloyd, Karen, good morning, Tom, Flying Ronan, John, Bill, good morning, Chidori, Doug, Next Gen, Dave, Cheese Great Trader, Dr. Luke, Ray, Harry, good morning, Jeff, Texas Kirk, Daryl, Dave, Minnesota Matt, Richie, Steven, AG Koopa, Steven, Brendan, Deanna, Bernie the Bear, Stan, Gino, Cam. Good morning, Richie. Happy Friday the 13th. Clyde is very spooked out. You could see right here. I don't know what the sandwich is doing there, but he's got ghosts and ghoulies. He's a very nervous cat today. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Mr. Captain Beef. Good morning. Steve, good morning. Frex, good morning. Bob, Eduardo, Stacy, Deanna, Michael, Wade, Duzzy, Jeremiah, John, Gregory, Mary, Rock, Ivan. Good morning, Yuri, Genevieve, Bonnie. Bonnie's here. The Dragon Dawn, ex-military, retired military, Chief of Police, Mr. Don is here. We got Mark, High Grounder. We got Ron. We got Carla. We got Keith. We got Gregory. We got Eagle Beagle in the house. Always good to see Eagle Beagle. Hopefully you guys could hear me and see me okay. We got Eduardo. We got Bull Rider. We got Don. Good morning, Don. Good morning, Daniel. Manuel, Catherine, Keith, Kirk, Greg, Sherman, Rob, Dan. Watch it today, Freddy Krueger. That's right. The Freddy Krueger of the market is right around the corner. That's adorable. Jody, good morning. Gregory, Peggy, Arnulfo, Adrian, Sapster, Russ, and Jill. Good morning, Jill. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're doing well. Henry, Richard, William. Good morning, William. Happy Friday. Remember, folks, it's going to be a spooky 3-day weekend. We got Krish, we got Charlie, we got Scotty, we got Yves, we got Joe. We got Mind, we got Mr. Goose. Hey, Gustavo, good to see you here. We got Hopiumatic, Ralph, Don, Mark, Al, Forrest, Mr. Richard Skinner's here. We got Ray, we got David, Bob, Brad. Good morning, Bob. Good morning to you. I didn't see you in the channel. I hope you're doing well. Happy Friday, Bob. I hope you get some rest this weekend. He's like, the man is a good actuary. Thank you, Bob. Thank you. Brad, Frank, Mr. Costa Blanca. Mr. Costa Blanca is here. Sandy, good morning. And yes, thank God it's Friday. I could use a Friday. I've been under the weather this week, although I'm feeling almost back to normal now. Let's see. Here, let's say good morning to Bob. Good morning, Bob. Happy Friday. All right. We got Vernon. We got Anukumar. Good morning, Anukumar. We got Ernest. We got Lawrence. We got Sin. We got Trader Momo, Patrick, Wayne, Mr. R.L. Jones, Leo, Raj, Jill. Third day, lucky for you, Jill. Grandmother was born. Oh, that's good. That's good. My grandmother was born on October the 13th. I don't know if it was a Friday though or not, but she was also born on the 13th. Rick, Brendan, Victor, Mr. High Flyer, Becky, Jacques, Matt, Bobby, Michelle, Julio, CJ, James, Ernest. Good morning. Good morning. We got Mr. I Want to Go Fast. Good morning. Good morning. Tucker, good morning. We got Tom, John. Congratulations. Congratulations, John. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, John. I hope you live till 110. Cam is going to have Pro Trader Dashboard and Alpha Zone Trading View. That's fantastic. That's fantastic. FJB donkey. He rode his donkey. What? What the hell? Hey Eduardo, how are you? I'm just reading people's names. FJB Tucker. Good morning, everybody. Mary. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. Michael. Good morning. Let me post some links, and then we'll get started. We'll get started in just one second. Oh, Fridays. I love my Fridays. CTAs. Let me give you my. So here is the link. Here's the link for my VIP room at noon today, folks. Hey, Peter, Scampy, good morning to you. David, good morning to you. Daniel, Randy, Mary, Michael, good morning, everybody. That's the link to my VIP room today. Let me tell you what I'll be doing in the VIP room today. I want to give you an earnings update. All right. I want to analyze 20 major sectors and see if any of them have I want to give you the seasonality for next week. Okay. Here. Give seasonality for next week on the major sectors. So we're going to look at seasonality for the next weekend. For next week, not next weekend. We're going to look at 20 major sectors. We're going to look at top stocks. We're going to talk about how to select options for your favorite seasonality plays, and I'll show you some really cool stuff. And we're going to analyze your favorite stock because it's Friday, the spooky Friday 13th. And earnings seasonality for next week, 20 sectors, top stocks, your favorite seasonality trades, and analyze your favorite stock. So it's going to be a really fun session. Folks love when I analyze their favorite stock. That's today in the VIP room. Here's the link to the Telegram channel for anybody who's coming in here right now. I post things all the time on the Telegram channel. And here is the link for Customer Service Live, where, as Cam just said a second ago, hey, Brian, good morning to you. Good morning, William. Good morning, Charlie. Where he said today he's going to lead off with the Pro Trader Zone and Alpha Zone and Trading View. Ooh, you guys are going to have a hot session today. I feel like I'm missing out already. All right, let's get into the analysis. We have a lot to talk about. We actually do have a lot to talk about. So first things first, before we get deep into it, please, you make sure you're here. You go right here to the little gearbox and make sure you're not on auto. You see how I'm on auto? This gives it a license to download my speed and make it really ugly. Hey, Lloyd, good morning. Go to 1080 right here. 1080. Make sure you go to 1080. Make sure when the gearbox says 1080 or you won't be able to see us clearly. And I want to make sure you could see us clearly. Okay. That's number one. Number two, give us one thumbs up right here at the bottom. If you enjoyed this and if this gives you value, hey, Paul, and subscribe to our channel somewhere over here. Just hit the subscribe button and you'll be notified every time we go live. All right, that's my missive for today, and I'm sticking to it. NASDAQ is down about 70 points, even though AMAT had really good earnings. The Dow's down 100. This is random. Honestly, this is not really that much downside, okay? Don't panic. It's also Friday. Fridays tend to be choppy days. As advertised by your yesterday, joined with the help, folks. They are fantastic. They are, Jack. They are fantastic. Hey, Gene. Good morning to you, Gene. Good morning, M7714. Good morning to you. We're starting in the basement on pit trades. See how starting in basement. We'll see how it goes. All right. Today we have CPI report. This is a delayed report from last week, but we are going to get it today. It's going to be released today. We'll see how it goes. What I care about is this number right here, and I care about this number right here. Okay. I don't care about the month numbers. I only care about the year numbers. We want the number to be below 2.7, and we want the ex-food and energy below 2.6. These numbers would be great. And we'll finally see if the CPI, if consumer price indexes are getting better, if inflation is getting better. Because so far, it's a big question mark. It's a big, big question mark. As far as earnings are concerned, we've got Moderna, Wendy's, Do not give me stocks that are catalysts if they are not in the S&P 500. Do not give me stocks that are catalysts if earnings did not come out last night or this morning. So I'm just going to give it to you ahead of time. I know most people here already know that, but I'm just letting you know again. Anyway, this morning we got to digest Moderna. We got to digest Applied Materials. We got to digest Expedia, A&ET, Coinbase, and a couple of others. And I'm sure when I ask Matt to give us catalysts, um, he will uh, he will he will give them all to us, and as well as a few others. We got a few other folks here giving us catalysts. Okay. Um, Bond market. Bond market is up. We are now above the 50-day move, the 100-day moving average. This is what I want to be. This was yesterday, and right now we're confirming, but the market hasn't opened yet. So this is just overnight data. But I will say that this is probably the best thing to happen to us for as far as interest rates. This lowers interest rates right here. This actually gives the market a nice boost. So I'm very, very happy that I'm seeing this, and this is actually very, very positive. The only problem is we went up here not because of interest rates. We went up here because we're bleeding in the market yesterday. So this was a flight to quality. The question is it going to remain here or is it going to cool off? And we don't have that information just yet. We tried to break that level this morning on the bond market, yesterday's high right here, and we couldn't, and we backed right off. So we'll see if we can do it or not. Okay. Good morning, Mookie, Jeff, Mike, Laura. Good morning, everybody. Scott. Good morning, Yolanda. Good morning. Good morning, Hefe. Good morning, everybody. Uh, Dave. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. And thank you for being here. I do appreciate all of you. Okay, so I like the bond market. I like it. I like it. I want to see it stay here. Okay. Gold. Well, remember what I told you? No soup. We're still consolidating here. We're still consolidating. I know. A lot of gurus promised you gold would go to 8,000 and all that, but remember I told you we have to come back to reality. This is our first reality. If we break this reality, we're going to this reality right here. And that's the bottom line. Okay, crude oil. Crude oil is still consolidating. It hasn't really done much. We're not really getting any directional bias from it whatsoever. Okay. All right. Thank you, Lloyd. I feel better today. Yeah. Hey, Moondog. Hey, Kurt. Ladorsky. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I went to the gym yesterday. I'm not really it's just a little sniffles, but I'm on the way out. All right. US dollar going sideways. Now, this is the long-term trend, right? This is the short-term trend. Usually we resolve back in the direction of the long-term trend. So I'm looking for this to resolve lower and come back here. And we're keying off the 8-day right now. So that's a pretty good resistance right there. We may go to 15 or this line. But again, we haven't been able to come back here and we haven't been able to break this. So more likely than not, we're just going to see more consolidation. Okay? We're going to see more consolidation here. Bitcoin. So remember, no V bounce recovery. We're now down here. Just continue where we left off. Okay. By the way, not that they're related, but I just wanted to show you, similar to Amazon. You have a big move, you don't get a V recovery. Usually it starts coming right back down. So when you have a big move, you want to see whether the stock is going to just flag or continue breaking. If it doesn't have a V recovery and it starts flagging, the odds are it'll just come back down some more. Okay? Okay. Hey, Mark, Steve, good morning. Moondog, good morning. Good morning. I don't know. We took like 5 winners yesterday or 6 winners yesterday. It wasn't, Mark, it wasn't that bad of a day for us. We kept taking winners all day. So no, it wasn't that bad. Actually, not all day. In the morning, we took winners in the morning. All right, FXI. China is breaking down. That's a breakdown right here on China. We don't have a lot of support, so we may get some downside from Chinese related stocks. Okay, and if you look Over here, you could see that we're breaking on a daily, we're breaking the 200-day moving average right here. That's not a good look. Also, notice the highs are getting lower. See how the highs are getting lower? That's a downtrend. Look, I'll show you. That's a downtrend, you see? You want higher highs, not lower lows. Lower lows lead to more. See here, look, higher highs. See how we're moving, we're making higher highs right here. Not every time, but you could see progressively and how we're making lower highs minus this little bar right here. And now we're breaking the 200. Folks, we get a lot of mojo from China, and we're breaking the 200. This is not great. Good. I'm glad to hear that, Richie. When it was a little ruler, gas price per gallon was 235. Yeah, gas prices are not too bad. No, no, I'm not. I don't have a flu. No, no. I take flu vaccine every year. I've been taking a flu vaccine for the last 20 years, and I have not had a flu for the last 20 years. Yep, I actually take flu meds. I mean, vaccine. Okay, let's now get into sectors. Who wants to give us, I mean, not sectors, who wants to give us catalysts? I have some catalysts written down. Does anybody want to try? I know we have Minnesota Matt usually here. He comes in hot and heavy. Francisco, good morning. Good morning, Francisco. We got we got 490 people here. 490, yeah, good amount of people on a Friday, spending Friday the spooky Friday the 13th with us. It's very, very nice. All right, Charlie's coming in hot. John's coming in hot. CPI, yeah, Fed, basically Fed data. Infotech, yeah, I got Infotech. Um, Chips, healthcare, yeah. Consumer discretionary, I got that too. China, no, Japan is not a catalyst. China because it broke 200. Okay, fair enough. Stacy, materials, finance, industrial, and utilities. Where did you get utilities from, John? I don't see utilities. Minnesota Matt, chips, basic materials, infotech, consumer discretionary, healthcare, crypto, uh, coin. Yeah. Coin and Fed data. That's what I have. I have exactly what you have, Minnesota Matt. Yeah, basic materials, steel. Yeah. I don't know where you guys getting all this other stuff from, but yeah, chips, ES Industrial IR. Let's see. Hold on. He may be onto something here. ES. I missed him sometimes, so hold on. ES. Yeah, and 12. When did this come out? Did it come out yesterday? Yeah, I guess so. I don't even know if it came out yesterday. But all right, fair enough. We'll make this. And what was the other one? IR? Let's see. Yeah, I think so. I don't know if this happened before the market closed or after, but yeah, industrial. I don't know if this happened last night or this or probably. I don't know. But all right, fair enough. It was after market close. Okay, then you're right. Then you are right, my friend. Thank you. Thank you. So we got our catalysts. Pretty much everything is on fire right now. Yes, and markets are closed on Friday. I like it. I like it. Okay, let's get into our cat. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Minnesota Matt. Thank you, Charlie. Thank you, John. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. I do appreciate the feedback. Very kind of you. I always miss a catalyst, especially during earnings. Okay. All right. So let's talk a little bit about this. March E-minis are trending slightly down. The investors hesitate to buy. This commentary has no place here. Okay, investors are hesitant to buy dips. I mean, this is just Alexander. You should know better than that. We don't know who's hesitant. For every buyer, there's a seller. Let's not jump to conclusions. Major indices ended in the red. The max fell apart. Trucking stocks were moving a little bit lower. Cisco plunged. That's not good. Uh, Equinix. This is a storage facility for AI. They killed it. Which is great. This is good for AI. Labor Department on Thursday showed that an unemployment rate was right in the 220,000s as we expected. Now, this is not good. Existing home sales fell to a 16-month low. Remember, when people buy homes, they buy consumer discretionary items. This is not good. This is not good at all. Okay? All right. We'll get into all of that in a few minutes right now. Just give it a minute. Wild nature. Wild nature. We should call you Wild Ranger. Um, Spy keeps dumping short since Wednesday. He'll keep today. We'll see what happens. Got hit in IQ. Also good bit. Spooky Friday. All right. Let's continue. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody who's coming in. People are very spicy today because of the market. So this is very bad. This is very bad for our economy for obvious reasons. Because if people are not buying existing homes, then they're not buying cars, they're not enrolling their kids in new school, which means they're not buying their kids new clothes, and so forth and so forth, and they're not buying furniture for the people. Spend most of their money right around the time they buy homes. Okay, thanks, Hefe. I appreciate that info. Hefe says rents are starting to get discounted as supply starts to exceed demand. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And builders are making zero money for the first time in history. Moran said on Thursday that central bank's current monetary policy stance undermines U.S. economic growth that is otherwise being underwritten by a slew of Trump administration policies, including tax cuts. The biggest risk, I think, to the economy is that we're disconstruing just how tight monetary policy is. I don't think we're that tight right now. The financial reports on Friday said that President Trump plans to roll back some tariffs on steel and aluminum products. That would be good. That would always be nice to see. Um, Today we have CPI coming out in about 7 minutes. Oops, hold on a second. Okay. All right. CPI is coming out today. I already showed you the numbers that I care about. I only care about the year over year. Month over month means absolutely nothing to me. And all I really care about is that these numbers are better than they were a year ago. That's all I care about. All right. All right. All right. Let's go back here. We have a 92% probability of no rate change, 7% chance of a rate cut. Moderna's out today. AAP's out today. These are not tech stocks. These are just blue chip type of stocks. Europe is down a hair. Investors digesting fresh corporate earnings reports. Also waiting key US inflation print. Consumer stocks underperformed on Friday. Underperformed. And remember, they get a lot of mojo from us. Okay. Now, folks, if you're just coming in here right now, and I know we have a lot of people just coming in here right now, please make sure you're watching at 1080p. Please make sure you're watching at 1080p. Okay. And if this is helpful to you, only if this is helpful, I'm not going to force your hand. Give us one thumbs up and join our channel so we can get. Hey, good morning, Linda. Hey, Ron, good morning. Join our channel, give us a thumbs up. It supposedly helps us in our rankings. Again, I'm not a techie, so I don't know, but that's what the word on the street is. And also, you'll be notified when we post videos right away and when I'm live. China closed lower today as investors part risk ahead of the week-long holiday. China's onshore stock market will be closed February 15th through 23rd. For the lunar holiday, and will reopen February 24th. So we're not going to get next week a lot of mojo from China. Okay. Let's look at volatility. Do you guys remember what I told you about this? I said to you, and anybody who doesn't know, that means you haven't been coming here every day. Remember, I told you we either consolidate here or we break out here because it doesn't seem like we want to break this trend line. Now we're near 21, 22 right now. It's not really that high, and I'm not expecting anything too crazy because we have some really good support underneath us unless we break above 23. The level I want to see, I actually don't want to see it, but the level is 23. So let me just move this back up here now, okay? Let's here, just move this here. right here. As long as we don't get above here, we're okay. I'm hoping that this will bottom out today. Notice the big giveaway was we never came below this level. And we've been talking about that every single day. All right. Put to call ratio. Let's talk about the put to call ratio. The put to call ratio started telling us yesterday that bears were getting a little bit ahead of themselves. Okay. And it looks like towards the end of the day, money started shifting away from the bears and into the bulls. What I'm hoping for is that this continues today and we get a nice bounce in the market at some point and that this starts coming down here. If this starts coming down here, that means more call buyers are coming into the market. So you've got excess put buying here and you've got excess call buying here. When this comes here, it means that we've usually topped or bottomed out, in this case, bottomed out, which would coincide with the stock market being right at the 100-day moving average. Okay? That's a very strong support for the stock market. So you've got a couple of things going on here. You got a 101 level. Couldn't go higher yesterday. Even after the market went lower, we couldn't break higher. We came here, which is telling me that at some point yesterday, towards the end of the day, we actually had some call buyers nibbling at the market, which is a pretty good sign. I would say this is about as good of a sign as you're going to get. Okay, that the downside is over. Although, I mean, there's no guarantees, folks. I'm reading the charts. I don't have a crystal ball. Although well, actually, I do have a crystal ball in the office, but not here at work. Okay. By the way, let me give you some links. Here's the link for the VIP room. We're going to be talking about seasonality, top stocks, earnings updates, and your favorite stocks and 20 major sectors today. It'll be a lot of fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. I promise you. Here's the link for my Telegram channel where I post this stuff. Actually, let me post this right now. I know a lot of people want to see this. Here. So I'm going to post this for you right now. Put to call ratio telling us that put buyers got a bit ahead of themselves and call buyers started nibbling yesterday a little bit. Okay? I posted this in the Telegram channel for you guys just now. And here's the link for Customer Service Live, the Cam and Gustavo show right here. Okay? All right. Bond markets are again coming up to this level right here. Look, they come up here at yesterday's close, and they just broke through. Did the report come out? Let's see. Survey says I got to get control of my news feed back. Does anybody know what the numbers are? Anybody know what the numbers are? Let me know. Well, SMH broke up just now really hard. Look at this. Let's see. Let's see what the bond market's doing. The bond market's up. All right, the bond market's up. Does anybody have a number for me? Does anybody have a number for me? Okay, all right. So core CPI for January. Year over year, core CPI 2.5. No, they were expecting 2.6. If they got 2.5, that's really good. Okay, so it's 2.4 and 2.5. Those are great numbers. Those are good numbers. Hey, Rebecca. Those are good numbers. Those are good numbers. Folks, we're making progress. Look at the bond market. Look at the stock market. Somebody's waking up. Look at chip stocks. Ooh, look at that. That's a nice number. That's a nice number, folks. That's a good number. Okay. Remember what I told you? I'm only concerned about two numbers. Okay, here we are. 2.4 and 2.5. Those are, look at this. 2.4 and 2.5. It's perfect. We can actually, with a straight face for the third time in a row, say that inflation is getting better. Okay. Okay. With a straight face. That's good. Really, really good. Yeah, that's excellent. 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 Excellent numbers. And here's customer service live link. Those are really, really good numbers. All right. So we're starting off on the right foot. We're starting off on the right foot. Look at the bond market. Couldn't break this level yesterday. Boom. Nice, 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 nice. Let's see stocks. Starting to come up a little bit. Nice. Let's see Russell 2000. Yeah, Russell is moving up. SMH is moving up. Broke the bottom from yesterday. We bottomed right at the bottom from yesterday. Nice, nice, nice. This is about as good as it's going to get, folks. Doesn't matter if it's delayed because it's only delayed a few days, Cam. If it was delayed 2 months, it would mean nothing, but it's only delayed a week. Okay, great data. That's great data. Okay, let's continue. So let's continue. So Europe is down. China closed lower as investors parsed risk ahead of long week. Yeah, they're going to be off for a full week. They're going to be reopening the 24th. Wow. Japan closed lower, retreating from a record high. Soft banks, technology stocks declined. Uh, Investors posted results. But the point here is, this is a really, really good. This is a really good number. I like this. I'm very happy about this. Yes, it does matter, Cam, depending on how delayed it is. In this case, we're not really that delayed, just a few days. Because if it's delayed over a month, then you're like, well, what happened since that time, right? Okay. Pre-morning, most chip stocks are down. U.S. steel stocks are down. Pin interest is down, and Applied Materials is offsetting the chip stocks. Let's see what SMH is doing right now. SMH is, ooh, nice. By the way, these are my levels yesterday from SMH. Okay. We'll get through that in a minute. And by the way, the SMH is near the 8-day. We'll talk about that in a minute. So volatility, let's see, volatility starts moving lower. Let me see, VIX. No, that's last night's data. Yeah, volatility that's open right now. Look, coming down. Really, really nice. I like it. I like it. Not making a political statement, but remember how everyone said Trump's tariffs would cause major inflation. Well, they did, Dave. They did cause major inflation, which we've been tackling for the last year to come back down. They they did. We were pretty much where we were right before we were pretty much where we were a year ago, right here. And I said if he doesn't touch these, anyway, I don't want to get into it, but they did. They did have an impact on tariffs. Also, we're not feeling the full impact of them yet. We're not even close to a quarter of it. I don't want to get into politics. I'm in too good of a mood today. I'm getting over a cold. I don't want to get into it. All right. So as I said, the market looks like momentum levels said that we topped out on the bears yesterday. Okay. Um, I told you this yesterday. I looked at it, and we actually. Here's the funny part. Okay. Here's the funny part. This was at 50% yesterday. It's at 51% today. Explain to me how the NASDAQ fell apart yesterday, but we have more stocks trading above the 200-day moving average. I'll never figure that one out. This is at 49, but this is at 51. So this is looking okay. Yeah. Yeah, please, folks, I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I don't. It's too early. It's Friday. I don't want to get into it. Every time we get into politics, we have nothing but sizzling hate here. It's a Friday. We're all happy. Let's just forget about it, okay? Because no matter what we say, it's not going to change what the market does. So what's the point of talking about it? Okay. All right. Let's talk about things we can actually, control. All right. Ralph, it has nothing to do with you, okay? Um, not making this. For today. Yeah, yes, exactly. Let's move on, okay? All right. So, as you could see right here, we're at the 100-day moving average. We went down yesterday, but we have really strong support at the 100-day moving average. Okay, really, really strong support at the 100-day moving average. Today, we're going to find out if the 100-day is going to hold. Okay, all right, that's important. That's a very, very important level that that we're looking at. Okay, so keep in mind we're finding support at the 100-day moving average, and put the call ratio starting to come off, and the number of stocks in the Nasdaq is actually increasing above the 200-day moving average, not decreasing, which is kind of odd. QQQ. So look at what happened with QQQ yesterday, and the momentum levels actually didn't go down. I'm looking for support here. Now here's the rub. We're pinched right now between the 200 and the 100, and there's not much here. So we have to rely on trend lines. And here, let me go back a year. And if you rely on trend lines, you could see we have a few pretty strong support areas right here. Here. So there's some pretty strong support areas here before we get to the 200-day. But we need to see a bounce, okay? Oh boy. See, this is what, folks, please, can we move on? Can we please move on? I'm begging you, please, let's move on. I don't want to get into this political crap. So we're kind of in this channel right now, right here. We're kind of in this channel right now, and we'll see if we could remain in this channel. Ideally, what I'd like to see is a bounce back up towards the upper part of this channel right now, especially with the CPI number running really good. So we'll see if this holds or not, because if not, you got this trend line, and the next level is the 200-day moving average, okay? SMH. Okay, what is the SMH doing? SMH is riding and finding support right at the 8-day EMA. As a matter of fact, sorry. As a matter of fact, here, let me here it is right here. This is yesterday and this is today. That's the 8-day EMA. Look at that. Found support, found support. Hopefully this is finding support and we don't break down. The last thing we want to see is SMH break below the 15, but I'm hoping that this will offer support and that SMH will have a consolidation today and will regain some of what it lost yesterday, because yesterday we had a hard bounce at the 8-day EMA, okay? So I'm hoping that today we can recover that based on the CPI data and the fact that we've bottomed out at this level in the last 24 hours 3 times. One, two, three. Well, actually, excuse me. One, two, three, 4 times. Look at that. Here, look. Folks, this is what makes a difference, okay? This is what makes a difference, not what we think about the economy. Ask yourself a question. How is talking about tariffs or any of that going to help you make money directly? It doesn't. So what's the point of talking about it, right? Okay. One, two, three, 4 times we tried to break this level and we couldn't. Keep an eye on this level. That level is 405.78, which I know you guys are writing out right now. Moondog, I got about 30 emails on Chow yesterday that folks made money on it yesterday. I posted about 10 of them. Gregory, the market is closed on Monday. I'll be enjoying it as well, just like you. And look, folks, look how many times we've been to this level. 405.78-ish level, okay? Keep an eye on that level. Keep your eye on that level, okay? We'll get into all of these levels very, very soon, but for now, just keep an eye. Please keep an eye on these levels, okay? Okay. So I like SMH right now. This still looks like it's a V-based recovery. Let me just delete this line. It has no business there. I like this. I want to see us take out this high, or at least today, come back and consolidate here and regain some of what we lost. And I think we have a good chance based on the CPI, based on applied materials earnings, and based on the fact that we're bouncing off the 8-day and the SPY is bouncing off, ooh, nicely. Look at that. Bouncing nicely off the 100. Look right here. Oh, so here's the 100. That's this area right here, okay? It had a double bottom, and that's a nice rejection off the 100-day. Now we just need the 688 level to come up right here. Okay? We need the next level we need to get above is 683. 683. We'll get into all of this in just a few minutes, okay? I promise you. RSP, equal weighted SPY. This looks like capitulation candle. The problem is we're right at the 15-day, and I think we're going to bounce. The question is, are we going to recover 60% of this bar or not? Remember what I always teach you guys. We have to recover at least 60% of the bar of a big volume bar over first few days. If not, then the odds are we're going to continue going down. I've taught that to you many, 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 many times. But overall, look at the trajectory. 1 second, I just want to put my jacket on. This room doesn't have, for some reason, this is the only room in the house that does not have good heating or air conditioning. So if I leave the door open for a while, I start getting cold because the rest of the house has a heater on and this room doesn't. I'm a sensitive beast. Capitulation means, well, it actually means exactly what it means. It means a reversal, a meaningful change in the trend. That means the price says, okay, I'm done moving in that direction. We're finished with a very strong move like this on volume. So you have huge, okay, so look, let me show you. This is a good question. Ragendron, this is a great question. You see this bar? Okay, so look right here. See how we're going down, 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 down? And what happens right here on this bar? It's like, whoa, and it stops right here. And then you have high volume here. That's a capitulation right here of the downside. This looks like a capitulation of the upside, unless today we erase the downside by about 60%, in the next couple of days. So in order for this to not be a capitulation, in other words, the end of the high, we have to recover 60%, at least 60% of what we lost. Okay? All right. IWM. What about IWM? IWM still has this trajectory. We're just basing off the 50-day moving average right here. Nothing really to talk about. This trend line is intact. Double top right here. Okay. All right. Sectors. So yesterday we had a really crappy day on technology, right? And remember what I was showing you. This is interesting, actually. I was showing you this yesterday. Yesterday, tech had a really crappy day, right? Look what the number one sector is, semiconductors. Still. So look at how this week started. Let's go back 2 days ago. Let's go into Monday. This is Monday coming into Tuesday. Look here. Semiconductor, biotech, technology, QQQ, communication, consumer discretionary, Bitcoin, right? Now, since then, technology has gone down. Watch. Look at it today. Semiconductors, technology, we're starting to come up even after yesterday. I thought this would be back here in the crapper, but we don't have a concentration of technology here anymore. Look, you still have communication and consumer discretionary, but QQQ is starting to come up. Bitcoin is now in the middle. Technology is now here, and semiconductors are still number one, even after yesterday. So we're starting to see some rotation. And again, the fact that the CPI is a very strong report, and again, we have a double bottom right at the 100-day moving average. That's very, very powerful. That's very, very powerful. Okay? Very powerful. Can't tell you enough of how powerful that is. Okay. So this is very mixed right now. Very, very, very mixed right now. What time is it? All right. Let me give you levels, overnight levels. But I like what I'm seeing right now in terms of defending the upside. Let's go to our levels. Okay, this is the SPY. Let's draw our levels here. Let's see how clean we can make these. Okay. That's going to be about as good as it's going to get. Here, let's put that here. Give you some other levels here. Just in case. You never know. Okay, let me post this for you in the Telegram channel like I always do. Here it goes. SPY levels. There's the SPY levels for you. Let's here, let's get on here. Okay. Let's do SMH levels for, by the way, this is SMH levels from yesterday. This is levels from yesterday. This is beautiful. Not a lot of changes at all. Okay, so that goes up there. Right there. We adjust this down here. And we adjust that down here. And that's that. Look at that. We're almost halfway to the high from yesterday's low to this is in the last, this is since we've been here. Look at that. There's a lot of resistance here. We'll add one more line here. Okay. All right. Let's see what happens. Interesting market. It's going to be an interesting market today. But this CPI really throws a wrinkle at the bears. Okay. I skipped QQQ. I'll post it right now. SMH levels. Trader Momo, we don't talk about our open position in premium members area in a public YouTube channel that's open to everybody. We don't do that. We don't do that. Okay, Trader Momo, we don't do that around here. Because otherwise, what would people have to pay for premium stuff? They can just get stuff for free. So we don't do that, Trader Momo. We don't do that. That's a no-no, Trader Momo. We'll take your 007 wings away if you keep doing that. All right, let's look at QQQ. Huh. This is from yesterday, and I'm thinking I just did it a minute ago. No changes. This is my levels from yesterday, folks, on the QQQ, and I ain't gonna make any changes. Just gonna leave them the way they are. All right. And remember, Valentine's Day chips tend to be seasonally strong. I talked about it yesterday. QQQ levels, hardly any change from yesterday, even though we had a big move. All right. Hardly any changes from yesterday. Okay. All right, Trader Momo, I got you. I got you. Yeah, everything took a dump yesterday. Everything took a dump. IWM. Ooh, look at my levels from yesterday. Jesus. I'm gonna have to start charging you guys for these. Look at this. Look at this. Seriously. I mean, look at this, Richie. This is perfect. Huh. I'm gonna go to work early today. I'm just gonna make one change. Let's see. Should I make? Yeah, I'll just that here and that there. That's my change, and I'm sticking to it. All right, that's all I've got for you for this. I gotta say, my levels do work really well. If I say so myself, IWL levels. Sometimes I open them up like today and I'm thinking I just did it. And I realize I didn't do it till since yesterday morning when you guys were all live here. They stay relevant for days. They do if we're choppy. If we're choppy. You know what you know, and I know because thanks, Richie. Richie, you don't sell yourself short. You're a magnificent trader. You've become one of the top traders that I know. No joke. Bond market. Look at the bond market. Look at this. This is great. This is nice, 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 nice. But see, we trend it, so this goes away. Okay, so let's draw the levels here. Just get a nice little level over here that yeah, that's about it. That's all I've got for you for now. Actually, I'll just add one more here. Right there. It's a nice level right there. Huh. Look at the top. There's nothing above us here. You know how good that is? Look at where we are. Look to the left. There's nothing above us here, all the way back here. I literally have to go back till December to get up here. This is really good, folks. This is really good. Look, December. That's great. That's great. Let me give you these levels. That's great. That's really great. That makes me very happy. I mean, this makes your mortgage payments less. All right, bond market. TLT levels. All right. I still have a few minutes here, so let me give you stocks that I'm looking at. But so far, I like what I'm seeing. By the way, notice everything is positive now. It's not negative anymore. Okay. This is nice. One second. One second. This really is nice. It's not a bad thing at all. Okay. Let me give you stocks that I'm looking at. To the short side, Amazon, probably not today, but maybe. You never know. Palantir, Palantir, Sophie. Be careful of the short side today because if we bounce, none of these are going to be good. All right. Sophie, SMR. This breakdown. Hood. DKNG. Whew, this one had earnings, so forget about this one. And they did not look good. Like Bitcoin. Be careful with the shorts today. Be careful with the shorts today. They're all seeing a nice bounce right now. Look at Trade Desk. Look at that. Sorry, folks. I'm just looking at a couple of things here in real time. Okay. Trade desk. Now let's look at longs, okay? RTX looks very nice. Actually, let me put a little thing here. MNST. If this comes up above 82, it'll be a nice trade. It's got to go up a little bit more. Walmart. Walmart. Gaps are gifts. Whenever I see a gap, that's the time to take profits. CL. Nice trend. DAR. Nice trend. As a matter of fact. Light. FDX, FedEx, still like. ADM, I still like. CB, I like. And Rostore, I still like. Okay, I like this Rostore. I do. Let me just look at something here. One second, I'm just taking a quick look at something here. Okay. Interesting. Okay. All right. All right, folks. Let me give you some links. Let me give you guys some links. Remember, we got VIP room at noon today where I'll be talking about your favorite stocks. I'll be updating you and showing you how that all works when you take the ADX and the RSI in there per yesterday. We'll talk more about that. Finding high probability setups, sector scan, earnings update, your favorite stocks, and I'll give you a full market update. Now, as far as today's concerned, I like what I am seeing. I actually like what I'm seeing. I like how the SPY is bottoming near the 100-day moving average. I do like this. I do like this, okay? And I like how SMH is bottoming near the 8-day line. I really like this a lot. Like a lot. So this is pretty important stuff. Pretty important stuff here, okay? And I'm liking this quite a bit. So I like this. I like this. I also see that I also like the CPI, and I like how the put to call ratio is coming down. I'm not really seeing that much bearishness today. I mean, individual stocks will vary, but we're now starting to get positive. Also, it's Friday, and we had a pretty nasty day yesterday. So I think we're going to see a little bit of a bounce, at least the first half of the day. My suggestion is don't get hot and happy if we see a bounce in the morning. I want to see a bounce towards the second half of the day. Okay? I want to see a bounce towards the second half of the day. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Here's a replay of what we're watching right now, if you want to see it again. If you guys have any questions at all, email me, roger@rogerscott.com. But again, I'm not seeing as much weakness as a lot of people were thinking today, and I think that's primarily because of the report and because we're approaching a 100-day line, and we need to bounce off that level. I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. Most important thing I'm going to tell you is this. Don't panic, okay? Don't panic. And don't try to stay level. Your last trade, whether it's a winner or a loser, has no impact on you as a trader. There's a lot of randomness in the market. And you can't you can't assume everything is your fault or you're to blame. Sometimes the odds just work out in the way they do. You have to let go. All right. A lot of you are like this with the market. That's control. You're not going to be able to control this market. Okay. So please, please, please stop trying to do that and go with the flow. Okay. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you in a couple hours in the VIP room. I feel much better, and I'll see you later. Thanks for all the nice wishes. Bye, guys. We'll see you at noon today. Again, please, please be cautious. Please, please be cautious today, okay?